Took the valve covers and stuff off. I didn't tape anything because this has actually been a project that's been going on for quite a few days, getting these off. The reason being is because Ford, they love to do this on every one of their rigs. There's a bolt back here that holds the valve cover on, and of course the valve cover's on, and they have this AC system here. And there is no way you're getting in there with anything. Like, I've bought quite a few different tools, swivels, different sockets, everything to get in there, and you just can't do it. Every Ford, all the newer Fords anyway, do that, and they just love to make it hard on you. This valve cover was easy. This valve cover took about 3 or 4 days now to get it off, so it was very frustrating. I did not feel like taping it because of that reason. You guys wouldn't like me very much when I get frustrated with this thing. So, but geez, the camera tripod's coming all loose here. But these are the valve covers. So, and the reason we were doing that is because these gaskets here, it was leaking on the bottom part of it. These gaskets here are just nasty. They just break apart in your hands like a cracker. So have to clean those up, get those on there, and keep them from leaking. Be doing something else a little bit different today. We're gonna do the transmission pan. I'm tired of waiting for or keeping myself from doing it just because I don't want to. This is the old oil filter I just took off. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there, but there's actually burnt on carbon from there. Burnt on carbon like valve covers get in an oil filter. So you know this oil filter has not been changed in God knows how long. Hopefully this truck likes me for doing all this stuff to it. We're going to do the transmission pan, like I said. I still am going to get dirty doing this, I know it, because even though I took the regulator, or the modulator out, it drained quite a bit of fluid, but that pan is still full of fluid, just waiting to drain out. And as you can see, there's no drain on it. This transmission I kind of like, though, because it's a case fill transmission. See that pipe there? That's the dipstick and fill hole. Goes into the case of the transmission rather than in the side. So this whole pan will come off of here a lot easier to do that. So there's the rain. We got the metal pan underneath it, but this is why I don't like them. Don't like doing these kind of things, because, like, holy crap, it's a, ooh boy. Whew, this transmission fluid smells bad. It's burnt. It's got a brownish tint to it. So you know the transmission fluid is definitely not in good shape. But this is why I don't like doing them. I actually didn't get that dirty yet. Knock on wood, but you're sitting on the wood, so I can't go knock on it. But yeah, these are just absolutely always a mess to do because of this. When she starts to rain, oh boy. Yeah, this fluid's brown. Not even worth talking about anymore. Oh my. Okay. There you go. Gonna have to take that filter and stuff off now. Geez, I got a lot of editing to do on this part. This part that I did is 22.5 minutes long. As you can see, there's some black stuff in the bottom of the pan. Actually, quite a bit. So, transmission was working fine when I drove it, so it better work better with the new fluids or else I have to kick it in the balls. I'm just saying. Okay, now we have our pan all nice and clean with a new gasket, and me just figuring out how it goes on. Trying to be careful with this so I don't mess up the gasket and slide around too much, and get the gasket out of alignment with all the bolt holes and also the sealer that I took and spent time on putting on the gasket. A little word of advice too: never put on a gasket dry. Like, don't put on without some kind of a gasket glue or seal or something. Now, I used just a little smidge, really thin, just enough to seal it, not enough to gush out, but just a thin layer of the RTV, the black silicone, on the outside edge of the gasket on this. The reason being is because transmission fluid, to me anyway, is the fluid that leaks the easiest, just because of how transmission fluid is. It's really thin. It works its way in between things like super easy. Now we just take our thing and tighten all those bad boys up. Let it sit overnight with no fluid in it. It's about 6 p.m. right now, Saturday, and let it sit overnight so that the gasket and silicone and everything seats and dries out and be all good. So, but I'm gonna tighten these up and call it a night, guys. Like I said, it's about 6 p.m. on Saturday. I haven't had a single bite to eat all day. I don't even know how I'm alive right now. So, till next time, get these done tightened, and we're gonna try to get this truck running this weekend. Later.
Funky. Annihilating. Bass. Funky. Annihilating. Bass. Funky. Annihilating.